Good morning, everyone. Welcome back for episode 37 of Koin News for the latest and greatest Web3 news. Before starting, explore koinect.com for all your NFT needs. Follow at koinect_now on Twitter for fun activities and informational tweets, and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you're always in the loop. For the first news, on September 24th, former Alameda Research CEO Caroline Ellison was sentenced to 2 years in jail and mandated to forfeit $11 billion for her involvement in the collapse of FTX. Ellison faced the possibility of 110 years in prison, but the judge sympathized for her, noting she was exploited by Sam Bankman-Fried. Ellison cooperated extensively with prosecutors against Bankman-Fried, contributing to the leniency. The sentencing of Ellison indicates that other former FTX executives, Gary Wang and Nishad Singh, are likely to face jail time as well. During a congressional hearing, U.S. Representative Tom Emmer labeled SEC Chair Gary Gensler as the most destructive and lawless chair in the agency's 90-year history. Emmer accused Gensler of inventing the term crypto asset security and questioned him about the now dismissed death box case, prompting Gensler to acknowledge that the case was not handled well.
We could not have had a more historically destructive or lawless chairman of the SEC. Somehow, worst of all, you've made up the term crypto asset security. This term is nowhere to be found in statute. You made it up. Does the fact that we're talking about this today even slightly embarrass you?
Look, the matters in that case were not well handled, and we've said that to the court.
Reclaiming my time again. The debt box case should absolutely be embarrassing to you, sir.
SEC Commissioner Hester Pierce asserted that the SEC should have acknowledged much earlier that crypto tokens are not securities and criticized the SEC for failing to provide precise regulatory guidance.
By using imprecise language, we've been able to sort of suggest that the token itself is a security apart from that investment contract, which has implications for secondary sales. It has implications for who can list it. And I think this is absolutely, we've fallen down on our duty as a regulator not to be precise. And so tucking into a footnote that, yes, we admit that now actually the token itself is not a security, that's something that we should have admitted long ago and then started wrestling with the difficult questions.
Despite pressures from 42 U.S. politicians to repeal SAB 121, which requires entities that custody crypto to record them as liabilities, Gensler confirmed that the rule would remain in effect. Also, Representative Wiley Nickel criticized the SEC for its unequal treatment as Bank of New York Mellon was exempted from the SAB 121 reporting requirement. OX NGMI, founder of DeFi Llama, agreed with the statement claiming Coinbase's newly launched CBBTC has no proof of reserves. OX NGMI said almost every single bridge provides a proof of reserves so users can check that issued coins are backed, but Coinbase doesn't, making it way below the standard in terms of transparency. The lack of proof of reserves is also why DeFi Llama hasn't listed CBBTC yet, as there is no way to verify TVL and it won't bend the rules for Coinbase. Flappy Bird's new version is a mini app on Telegram and will include Web3 on-chain features using the Ton blockchain. The game aims to generate revenue through in-app transactions, allowing players to purchase energy and items, as well as through optional in-game advertisements. Researcher Varun Binewale discovered hidden web pages suggesting the potential use of a Flap token and a play-to-earn model. The original creator of Flappy Bird, Dong Nguyen, has distanced himself from the new game and expressed disapproval of crypto. The official OpenAI newsroom account on X was compromised and made a now-deleted tweet announcing the launch of an OpenAI token, suggesting holders would get access to future beta programs. The post included a link to a spoofed website prompting users to connect their crypto wallets to claim the OpenAI token. So far, OpenAI has not issued a statement acknowledging the hack. Vice President Kamala Harris made her first direct endorsement of cryptocurrencies, stating, "We will encourage innovative technologies like AI and digital assets." Earlier this month, Harris received endorsements from cryptocurrency leaders, including Chris Larsen, co-founder of Ripple. Meanwhile, former President Donald Trump has actively engaged with the industry, promising to remove SEC Chair Gary Gensler and appoint pro-industry regulators. He also proposed a stablecoin framework and recently used Bitcoin to buy burgers at a crypto-themed bar in New York.
I'm going to scan this QR code here with this phone if you want to take that from him. Scan that QR code right here. Take pictures. Right there. All right, we're done. Perfect. The first transaction by a president on the Bitcoin protocol.
The crypto industry's political influence is evident, with companies like Coinbase and Ripple investing over $119 million to support crypto-friendly candidates, and crypto-backed super PACs influencing 42 primary races, with favored candidates winning 36 times. Jan Van Eck, CEO of Van Eck, says Bitcoin is growing up and will eventually be half the total market cap of gold, which is about $350,000 per Bitcoin.
What I said is Bitcoin is growing up and will be eventually half the total market cap of gold. So that's about 350,000.
After a $52 million hack, cryptocurrency exchange BingX has resumed withdrawal of USDT, USDC, Bitcoin, Ether, Tron, and Solana, with other tokens resuming over the next 2 weeks. Vivian Lin, BingX's chief product officer, stated losses were mitigated as the majority of funds were stored in cold wallets, and $10 million of the stolen funds have already been frozen, and any potential losses will be covered by sufficient reserves. Now BingX is collaborating with security firms like Slowmist and Chainalysis to investigate the incident and recover lost assets. Blockchain investigator Zach XBT caught 3 criminals, Malone Ayam, Veer Chetal, and John Deal Serrano, who stole 4,064 Bitcoin, i.e. $243 million from a single Genesis creditor on August 19th. The attackers impersonated as Google support and Gemini representatives and told the victim their account was compromised. They manipulated the victim into resetting their two-factor authentication, transferring funds to the attacker's wallet, and using AnyDesk, leading to the leak of private keys from Bitcoin Core. The criminals distributed the stolen funds across more than 15 exchanges to hide their trail. Zach XBT's investigation uncovered that Chetal inadvertently revealed his full name, and his accomplices referred to him as Veer in both audio recordings and chat messages, enabling tracking of $34.5 million. Authorities have arrested Serrano and EM in Miami and Los Angeles, and over $9 million of the stolen assets have been frozen, with more than $500,000 returned to the victim. German authorities have shut down 47 cryptocurrency exchanges for facilitating an underground economy by failing to implement legal requirements to combat money laundering. The authorities said users of these exchanges include ransomware operators, botnet managers, and black market traders. The websites of the seized exchanges now display a warning message from the German government stating they have seized the servers and now have the data of users, transactions, and IP addresses. The authorities emphasize that this is just the beginning of their investigation and they will follow up with the involved parties soon. However, they acknowledge that many of the cyber criminals operate from abroad, often in jurisdictions that tolerate or protect them. Notable exchanges that have been seized include exchange.cash, 60cek.org, and baxman.com and prostocash.com. For the last news, Bhutan holds over $780 million in Bitcoin, accounting for a third of its GDP. Unlike many governments that acquire Bitcoin through asset seizures, Bhutan's Bitcoin comes from mining activities managed by state-owned Druk Holdings, which is linked to Bitdeer, a Singapore-based mining giant. Bitdeer partnered with Bhutan's government and raised over $500 million from mining operations and has already constructed a 100-megawatt facility with plans to expand Bhutan's mining capacity to 600 megawatts by 2025. The country wants to increase economic diversification through digital assets, hydropower, and the metaverse. Now that wraps up the news for today, and thanks for listening. Make sure to follow @Koin_now on Twitter and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hope you have a great day, everyone.